Morning! All the chocolate balls. For the rest of you that don't know what that means. Good morning, day 10. The camp spot, well, a bit dewy on the outside, so it's pretty wet. And there was some wind. It was so much better, I know, than the spot we're gonna pass this morning. It was just, it lifted my spirits so much not having to go camp in another, like, it was literally called a boulder field. So I'm starting the morning just like in a better mood because we didn't camp there. Even though I haven't seen it yet. It's called the boulder field, so that's not the name of it. That's just, it's a descriptor. Yeah, word's hard. But either way, so it's day 10. I actually got some sleep. Not perfect, but I feel a lot better for it. I don't seem to need as much sleep to feel really well, like, recuperated out here. So I've been really impressed how I've done with one night's sleep across 3. And so actually having some sleep last night, I'm feeling decent. But it is bloody cold. I put on every layer I had last night. It didn't even freeze. I think some was just, I don't know how the wind gets in the tent or something like that. I think I propped it up a little bit poorly. But as far as Guthook says, which again is our GPS app that has all of the camp spots, or some of them, really, some of them. The next 2 listed are people complain of lots of wind, so we're going to try for the one that does not have that complaint, which is 9 miles away. So we're going to try for that tonight, and we're just going to see how we feel. You know, if we find another spot like this tonight that's closer and looks decent if we don't need it, rather if we have to stop, that's the words I'm looking for, then, you know, we might do that early. Otherwise, just packing it up and getting moving. We've been going along as we leave the Mount Laguna Mountains. Yeah, the Laguna Mountains. I'm talking really well today. That sleep did me well, you can tell. But as we're heading out and dropping elevation, just the views have been incredible, which means I'm probably going to annoy you guys with like the same shots from different angles over and over. We'll see. But I'm going to get us moving, so see you later in the day. Really was such a morale boost finding this place. We're getting a late, slow start, but it just feels good. Some sun to warm us up, get us started. We're gonna take our time, but try for a 9-mile push to the next non-shitty camp spot. I think I showed this yesterday as we showed up, but huzzah. Wife. A little bit of a better view than your morning commute. This is my daily commute. Or at least it was today. Tomorrow it will be same different. Clouds look dirty out there. So much haze in the air. So pretty though still. This is why I called them my running shorts, my shorts of motivation. It is cold, but I overheat in the pants. Oh, there. Wind down a little bit. We came around a corner. We're in the shadow and oh, it's still so cold. But it keeps you moving. Interestingly, I almost never stop because of fitness limitation to catch my breath. Maybe at the end of a day, but usually not. I usually get stopped because I overheat. I just generate way too much heat when I move. Which, I mean, is kind of a nice problem to have most of the time. But we still have 650 miles of desert. So, you know. Oh. On we go. You may get bored of this, but I'm not. And you're watching this video, so silly you. These really cool bushes. I don't think it's going to show it too well, but a lot of them are flowering. It's just so pretty. Just redundantly, it's just not what we expected. We're so grateful to have started early season. If you can see it off in the distance, there's the desert flatlands where, well, it's a big area before those next hills. It's a really cool environment to be walking through. We just this morning chatted about, pacing. Just being so grateful we started when we did, which was March 19th.
it's just such a great time of the season, especially with an actually wet desert. We're just, again, it's the first year in 11 that there hasn't been a drought in the desert. So we just get such a unique experience. We'll have to come back and see it in its more kind of, say, brutal state. But for the moment, for us, it's working really well. Love all the green among these huge rocks. It's just ridiculous. But yeah, 10 days and we only took 1-0. You know, we haven't done tons of miles, but it's been a good pace for us. I do feel a little bit of foot fatigue and maybe some pain from yesterday, but I think break at first water and be doing pretty good for another 9 today. I just think we're really approaching this how we need to be. So, on we go. I'm just not getting bored of this. I had to generally remark, have a couple times already, but I think this is the longest stretch I've gone without driving since I was 15 or something like that. Maybe 16, I don't know. Something in that range. It's a beautiful pace that I do not mind. So one other thing that I'm just kind of musing on, generally since we started out here, besides the people we've hiked with, chatting with, and following them through Instagram, I've just been, not really following anyone. You just don't really have the time. Fire ants everywhere. Watch out for fire ants, by the way. They're mean as hell. Either way, I'm a little ADHD. It happens. But I'm a little bit too busy out here to follow people, trying to maintain my own photos and video projects along the way and just having to conserve power, etc. But this morning I did watch a little bit from Second Chance Hiker just to see how he's doing, and a short documentary interview thing from Starburst. Just funny, Starburst years made me tear up a lot because it's just such a lifestyle out here. It's hard to connect this day-to-day life with that romanticized grand adventure that we are on, but it's both amazing every day but also mundane because you're here all the time. It's not boring to me yet. I work really well with these kind of situations. They don't really bore me too much. Like it just doesn't, simply put. And so just kind of seeing that going, that's what we're doing, definitely brought me to tears a bit, just going, holy crap. So thank you, Starburst. But it kind of brings to mind the notion that I think a lot of the people that get off because they're either bored or they don't make it very far because it's not what they're expecting. Well, we do romanticize this through podcasts. And one thing I want to express in mine is that it is an incredible journey, but most of all, it is a lifestyle. I don't expect I'm going to have quite the same honeymoon period that everyone else does. In part because I don't lose the novelty of things. Like I've had my car for, I don't know, maybe 8 years. And I love the thing. I'm always just get in and go, this is awesome. And so I just I don't lose the novelty of things in the same way that I think most people do. I just don't get used to things in the same way. And so I think, I'm only 10 days in. I'm not far in at all, mileage-wise. But especially with watching people for years and getting started with this, I think kind of the best advice I can give at this point is if you're considering through hiking, realize it's a lifestyle you're signing on for more than an adventure. It's a lifestyle that offers adventure, but it is a lifestyle. So if you go backpacking and you absolutely hate setting up and breaking down your tent site, hate getting water, hate pooping in the woods, all those just lifestyle things, know that before you get out here. Know that those things are difficult for you. It's not that normal life doesn't have those. We have commutes, we have groceries, we have bills. And we have an equivalent out here. But what I kind of say in day-to-day life anyway to everyone is, and if there's something that has to be part of your day, is if there's any way... Okay, so much wind, I had to give that a minute. But either way, it's something I say in daily life anyway, as just general advice when it comes up, is that the wind's not the advice. But if there's something you have to do, especially all the time or regularly, find a way to enjoy it, whether that's a silver lining or doing it a different way. And if you don't, try to avoid it, try to outsource, or at least realize it's worth it. And so out here, this is a lifestyle, not just an adventure. It is. Every morning we get to get up and see amazing things. I mean, there are going to be times where you're like, this is gorgeous, but it's the same thing every day, at least for hundreds of miles. I mean, we sit here going, this mile is so different from the last, and I don't think everyone quite manages that perspective on things. I think we're kind of psychologically well fit for a lot of this out here. But, for those who demand a lot of intense novelty, it's going to be hard. And do realize that this is not easy. It just fits me well, and I really enjoy it. So, I'm hoping I don't make this look like, I don't know, going to the movies. I just see that I'm going to have daily chores anyway, and so, they're just different chores, but I get to do them in such a beautiful place for a wonderful reason, instead of just going, well, fuck, I have to deal with a commute into work with a bunch of people that just are so rude to everyone. Whereas out here, I'm headed to the next town, and I'm really excited to get to Julie, and I'm looking forward to it. Sorry, the morning commute was going by me, but I think I get that point kind of cross over these. It's a lifestyle. If you're looking for something that's moment to moment exciting, you're gonna have a hard time getting through. It's gonna be a thing of willpower instead of enjoyment and passion to an extent. So this is kind of fitting the lifestyle I've been looking for, the pace I've been looking for. So for me, it's pretty perfect. It really lines up with what I needed, more than what I expected, but a lot of that as well. So it's just know that if you're going to do something like this, you're signing on for a lifestyle and not just like an exciting 2-week trip to somewhere exotic. It's so much more than that. It demands more of you. Yeah, you have to work for your reward. Luckily that work is really enjoyable and rewarding to me, so I don't mind it. Some days I will. Setting up a tent or breaking down the rain, I hate that. That is really kind of my weakness and what I hate most. But the rest of it isn't too bad. There's down days, and we've had 1 or 2 really kind of rough stretches so far. But with that's enough talking. We're going to keep going. We're falling behind. But I was just taking the chance to rest my foot. So see you guys slightly that way before I find something I have to show you again, which is probably the same thing. Kind of looks like the desert hit Scotland. This is a very gorgeous and weird place. We're from a valley, and so it's so weird to have such a wide open space, like seeing the clouds actually cross over stuff. Normally can't see that. So, starting mostly our down. We're just loving this view. Too many clouds and haze to see San Jacinto and the others today, but we'll get there. There's the other side. Gone far enough already that back home I could have walked from my house to downtown Portland. And we're not done yet, and that just kind of, I don't know, hits me a bit. The wind has been crazy, so I haven't done much video, and I'm just trying to hoof it to a campsite out of the wind and wait for the others, and I'm going to look into some info on Julian and get some stuff done and rest for a few. So they're not too far behind me. Just kind of almost hoping for a little more of a lead so I could sit down for a bit. That said, I imagine they will too, but either way, I've had some foot pain come and go, but it's not been too bad, especially as I've just been hitting a 3 mile an hour pace, maybe on average, for a decent number of miles, and I can feel the fatigue and the wear, but it's not a problem. So I'm dropping about 1,000 feet and about 1.2 miles total, and so that's going to be a different stress on the body, and I'm going to notice that. And then we just have 3 miles and like 300 feet up to go to finish for the night. I just hope that campsite's open, otherwise we're going to be extremely tired people tomorrow. If we're up for it, that'll leave us with 11 miles to get to, Scissors Crossing, where we get a hitch to Julian. But then, to be honest, I'd kind of rather camp real close to that and then hit it in the morning so we can get a full day with the hotel and not have to pay for 2 nights. So we're hoping to just bundle together and get something cheap. But as it is, that's the plan. And here's this gorgeous, gorgeous area I'm dropping into. I'm also keeping the video a little bit light because I have to actually make room on my phone. I haven't been able to upload things quick enough to deal with the space, so I'm going to have to deal with that. But Julian awaits, or at least a camp spot between us and that. Listen there.